Warning. The following podcast has an awesome guy who creates awesome content. If you're a loser who only likes boring shit, then get the fuck out of here. Only super cool people are welcome here. Like, seriously, get the fuck out. Anyways, viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Midnight Lounge. We're back again for another episode, baby. Let's go. We got a couple things to discuss this time. Not a whole lot, I don't want to bore you guys and get bombarded with a bunch of information you guys probably don't even care about. You know what I'm saying? So how about we just stick to what we're gonna do, and we're definitely going to get into this right now. So. Starting off, we got the presidential debates going on right now, and I find them hilarious. It's a really sad time for our country. I feel in general it's just really sad for our country. I feel like other nations kind of look at our debates as like entertainment reality TV because it's hilarious, like just to see them like bicker about like just nonsense and stuff that doesn't even pertain to like the country really. Just kind of like trying to dig up any dirt that they can towards each other and use it against each other, even if it's not political, even if it like doesn't really matter in the long run. It's just like some hearsay that they've heard, or they just kind of make up some stuff just to make them sound even better than they really are. It's really entertaining and really funny to watch. But on the deeper end, like it's a sad time for our country. Like we have become the laughing stock of the country. And dare I say this, all right? Dare I say it. Our presidential debate is like watching the damn Kardashians. The presidential debates have become the damn Kardashians. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like no one gives a fuck. It's stupid. It's fucking ridiculous. I feel like these are the only two fuckers that are in this bitch. Like no one else in the entire country fucking wants to like step up and actually be a fucking leader, not a fucking entertainer. Like I don't know. It's just one of those that like I don't really care about politics. I don't give a fuck. All right, but like when you see these bickerings on TV and they're just talking shit and it's just fucking random nonsense that doesn't even pertain to how they're running their country or how they're going to run the country or what they're going to change and what they're not going to change, and pretty much running the country. It's all just like, oh well, you shit your pants last week. Oh really? Oh, it's like that. Oh well, your period came late and you fucking might be pregnant. Like it's that type of shit. Like what the fuck? Like what is this? Like fucking are they gonna fucking kiss right afterwards? Like, are they just fucking they're foreplaying right now? Like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. I just think it's stupid as fuck. I think it's fucking ridiculous. I feel fucking terrible for our country. It's fucking horrible, and I don't really see it getting any better. I really don't. I don't see it getting any fucking better. I feel like it's only gonna get downhill even more. And you know what else? When I watch TV, when I watch TV, I fucking see all these damn like fucking like look commercial shits, and I'm like, I hate it. I fucking hate like watching TV and every fucking ad is a damn campaign ad, and like I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't give a fucking rat's ass. Like fucking make it stop. Like I hate this time of year. Like I hate the year of elections because I don't care. I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't care who the fuck is running. I don't even fucking know the names of motherfuckers running sometimes. So like who the fuck cares? Like get it off my fucking TV. Go fucking mess with someone else's TV. Get the fuck off of mine. I'm trying to watch my fucking show and shit. And you're fucking over here, this person said this in 2017 and we gotta stop this. They're killing babies or they're shooting themselves in the dick every night. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care who's shooting up cocaine up their dick. I don't care who's shoving up dildos up their ass. Fuck you. Get the fuck off my TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucking hate it. I absolutely fucking can't stand it. there are dying babies in the world. Like, yeah, there's fucking dying humans every fucking day. Like, I can barely fucking afford to feed myself. Give me some fucking food, bitch. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's just one of those things. This is why I hate talking politics, because like it just pisses me off. It fucking irritates the fuck out of me. Like I don't care. I don't give a fuck. But yeah. So yeah, let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic. I just feel like the country's just in trouble, man. I mean, I was looking at like presidential debates from like in the 80s, 70s, 60s, like even the 90s too. Like they weren't as fucking ridiculous as they are now. Like I feel like people turn on the debates like if they're fucking watching a fucking reality TV show. Like fucking you go home and you fucking relax, you put on Jersey Shore type shit, like it's that same fucking effect. People put that shit on for the fucking entertainment, not because of the fucking politics and what they're gonna fucking how they're gonna make the country better or fucking make it worse. Like it's none of that. It's just fucking talking shit. Oh, well, you fucking slept with so and so back in 2001, or you fucking said this and this back in 2003. Like, who fucking cares? Let the fucking shit go. Like, fuck, man. Like, shut the fuck up. Get off my damn TV. Get off the fucking radio. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so there's that. There's that. We got football back in action. We got NFL back in action, baby. We just passed week 2 of the NFL, and whoop whoop, my team is 2-0, baby. Let's go, undefeated so far. Hell yeah. We've had a rough couple games. I'm not gonna lie, but we came out on top of both games, so I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I definitely feel like my team has a lot to work on, as well as some other teams that I really thought were going to be good, but like are not really as good as I thought they were. And I feel like they have a lot to work on, and I just feel like the league as a whole needs to work on something. We have the Miami Dolphins quarterback. Tua, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Tawalonga or something like that. He just got his 3rd concussion in 2 seasons. So his 3rd concussion in 2 seasons. I think as part of NFL, there needs to be some type of rule that gets implemented into their league that says if you have gotten to the extremes of having 3, even like 2 is a lot, 2 or 3 concussions in 1 or 2 seasons. And I feel like it should be kind of more of like either by season base or by year base. Like if you have, like for instance, like within 5 years you get 3 or 2 concussions. Like I feel like there needs to be like a boundary where you need to. They started implementing the guardian caps, and for those that don't know what the guardian caps are, it's basically like a rubberized like helmet guard. So like it's a rubber guard that you put on your helmet, and it basically gives you more protection whenever you go in for a tackle or you get hit by the head, whatever the case might be. It helps in that case. So I feel like there needs to be something that gets implemented where if you have 1 to 2 concussions, and this is like within 5 years, right? You need to develop a way to implement, or the league needs to develop a way where it is required at that point to have the guardian cap on, no matter what position it is, QB, defense, offense, special teams, whatever the fuck it is. They need to implement where the guardian cap is required if one or more, no, not even one, or I say like 2 or 3. If 2 or 3 concussions within 5 years is taking place, it's required. Now, in Tua's case, he's had 3 in the past 2 seasons, which is really, really, really high, because at this point, he's going to be suffering brain damage if he continues to play, and if he continues to get concussions like this, he's going to suffer from really bad brain injury, and it can also suffer some internal bleeding, and with internal bleeding comes even the possibility of death. And for his sake, for his health, for his family's sake, I feel like at this point he really needs to consider. And he's a young guy, which is really sad to think about. Like, he's still young in the league. He barely joined the NFL like a couple years back, so he's still fairly new to the game. But with the concussion protocols that NFL takes, I wish that they would make it more strict, to where now he's going to have to reconsider his whole future with the NFL. Does he continue to play? Is the NFL going to continue to let him play? Or will he step down from being the QB for Miami and maybe look at possibly even retiring in the league? I feel like there needs to be some type of stricter, like health, security, health concern, whatever you want to call it, in the NFL when it comes to these concussions, because I feel like over the years it's become so common to see all these players take big hits, and most of them have concussions, or they collapse on the field, or like, we saw a couple years back with Damar Hamlin. That was another player from the Buffalo Bills take a hit and just collapse on the field, had to get treated. And I mean, we've seen players, even on my team, Ryan Shazier took a big hit and basically paralyzed him. And he had to relearn how to walk and everything again. He had to do physical therapy for years and just relearn how to really just function. And it's just become so common in the NFL that everyone wants to see big hits and everyone wants to make a big hit play, but don't take in concern for the safety of these players that are taking hits or giving hits that get injured. I feel like NFL needs to step it up on that, where they need to start requiring people that have two or three concussions to start wearing guardian caps if they're going to continue to play, because that is going to lead into some big things in the future. Like, let's say a player, hopefully doesn't ever happen, but a player takes a hit or gets hit and they become paralyzed, or even get a concussion and have internal bleeding and happen to pass. Like, the family could then sue the NFL for that, because they didn't provide the necessary safety precautions that could have stopped that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the Guardian caps are a good thing. I feel like a lot more players really need to actually um, just put more of their time into looking at their health and looking in the long run, and really start utilizing those guardian caps just for their own safety. It shouldn't be like a style contest. It shouldn't be for style points out there. Like, you're playing a game of football that is very dangerous at times, that a guardian cap will, in the long run, save you from having concussions, or risking brain damage. And we've seen all these players in the past, from past seasons, like decades ago, that suffer from memory loss, or suffer from dementia, or suffer from just anything like really brain related. And it's because they would take all these hits in the past and have all these concussions and continue to play. And I feel like NFL just needs to really step it up on that. So Tua is really going to have to reconsider his whole future with the NFL. There's a lot of speculation that he needs to maybe call it a quits for the NFL. He needs to just retire at this point, just for his own safety and his own well-being. That he needs to really just reconsider. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen with him. He did take a big hit this past weekend, and I mean, we'll kind of see what happens there. But yeah, that was the big story going on in the NFL right now. I'm glad that NFL is back. Um, Man, the refs are still on something this year. I feel like every game, like it's just getting ridiculous when it comes to these calling plays. You can't really do anything. The new kickoff rule, I'm still trying to get adjusted. I don't like it. The new kickoff rule is just really weird. I know they took it from the XFL, and I know that they did it for safety reasons when it comes to players on kickoff, like special teams are taking big hits. So like I get it, but at the same time, like at this point, I feel like just take away the kickoff altogether and just start the team at the 25. Like instead of making a kickoff, like just take away the kickoffs and start the team at the 25 at this point. Because if you're really that concerned about player safety, like just take away the kickoff. You know what I'm saying? And start requiring teams to actually start utilizing those guardian caps. I just feel like the NFL just really hasn't been doing all too great of a job. I know they're trying to protect the sports for what it is and what it used to be, and really not try to make like these changes. But I feel like over the years they have really implemented a lot of like these rules that overall just negatively affect the name of the NFL. I feel like the NFL nowadays is not what it used to be about 10 years ago. There's all these new rules and all these new regulations that players have to follow, and they can't do this and can't say this. That players, 10 plus years ago, even 5 plus years ago, used to get away with all the time. And I don't know. I feel like NFL has become more commercial and more worrying about like gaining monetary value over providing the game that the fans love. I feel like they've been taken away from the fans with all these rules and regulations that they have implemented into the NFL now. So I don't know. I feel like pretty soon the NFL is going to become like a flag football league at this point. I don't feel like the NFL is really going to to really I don't know. I don't think it's going to get any better with how they've slowly started implementing like all these rules over the past years. Like I feel like no player can really get touched now without a flag being drawn or being ejected or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like in a couple of years, the game of football is going to be a flag football league, and that's just going to take away from the whole thing. And people are just not going to want to watch the NFL. And I might be the only one that kind of thinks like this. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are about that. But I don't know. I feel like the NFL just isn't the same as it used to be, just because all the rule changes and everything that they kind of um, put into the rule book for the NFL, and the refs how they kind of treat every hit as like a penalty. I just feel like it takes away from the game. I feel like there's been big plays that get overruled by just something simple, something stupid, and sometimes it is necessary, but sometimes it's not necessary. I've seen a lot of like where they actually make the good call where it is a late hit or a late hit to the head or something like that, or like a face mask where they're getting pulled down to the ground by their face or get pulled down from their neck. Like in those instances, I get it. I know why they call it, because it is dangerous being tackled like that. But when it's like you're running full speed, and let's say someone's running like on the out of bounds line, and someone's coming at you full speed, so the guy goes out of bounds, but the guy's coming full speed. He can't stop in time to delay any collision, right? You can't just stop mid run, right? You're going 20 miles an hour. You can't just stop, like a car would. You can't just stop like that. So it is inevitable for them to collide. And then bam, that draws a flag right there. Like it's things like that. Like I don't understand. Like, how do you expect the player to just stop at an instant when they're coming full speed for a hit? Now, I'm going to say some are avoidable. I've seen it where some can be avoidable, but most of the time, from what I've seen, there's no way that they can get avoid. There's no way that they can avoid that player. And I've even heard commentators state that there was no chance of him getting out of there. There was no way of him just stopping to avoid getting the hit. Like there's been times where commentators have said that, and it's exactly what I've been saying. Like it's just it's stupid the way the rules are nowadays with the NFL. I feel like the game overall has just been changing, and it's sometimes not even enjoyable to watch, especially when every play is a different penalty and just every single play. I've seen games where it is like every play there's one or two penalties that happen per play. And it just takes away from the entire game. It takes away from the momentum of the teams. It takes away from the engagement of the crowd. It takes away from just the game in general. And it's not fun to watch at that point. So NFL, just I don't know. I feel like just step up your shit, man. Like stop focusing on the money and give us fans what we pay to see. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you ain't shit without the fans. You know what I'm saying? No sport is ever shit without the fans. If no one ever watched the sport, you're done. You're fucked. You know what I'm saying? So take the fans into consideration as well as the player safety and really just overall just look at what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like they're never going to change. They're always going to be the way they are. They're always going to be more into the money than anything, and it is what it is. But the final thing before I get out of here, I just want to take a bit to kind of just talk to you guys about life in general. I feel like it's been a while since we talked about just life, you know, and might be a little personal, it might not be, but I just want to ask you guys, like, how are you guys doing in life? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you guys doing in life right now? What's new? What's been going on? Is it good? Is it bad? For me personally, it's a little bit of both. It's a lot of good, a lot of bad. There's been a lot of things that have kind of just really challenged me in life as of late. You know, for a while, I was kind of dealing with like my depression. Every once in a while, I'm not gonna lie, it comes back. It comes out of nowhere. It hits me, and I'm in this depressed state of mind for weeks, even sometimes even months. Now it used to be a lot worse. It used to be just like every single day for months and months, almost years. But now I've controlled. I know how to control it a lot more. Where if I know I'm feeling down, then what I like to do is I like to try to keep myself productive, even when I don't want to be. I know it's what I should do because keeping your body moving, keeping your body productive, keeping your mind occupied with certain things, especially things that need to be done or that you like doing can be a benefit to your health, to your mental state. Um, you know, like for me, having a cluttered house makes me feel like, I don't know, like really disorganized, really uncomfortable. And so having a cluttered house, like it brings down my just mental aura to the point where I'm like, I need to do this. But what I like to do is not overwhelm myself with like cleaning the entire house, right? So what I'll usually do is, hey, this day I'm gonna focus on this room, right? Hey, if I get time later on in the day, let's knock this out real quick, right? And just slowly just start implementing throughout the entire week because I don't do everything in a day. It usually takes me a week because I like to separate my stuff. So like one day I'll clean the bathrooms, right? Another day I'll focus on my living room. Another day I focus on just laundry. Another day I focus on my kitchen. Another day I focus on um, my bedroom. Another day I focus on my yard outside. It's things like that. I just constantly kind of break up what I have to do in my house for a week and just separate what I have to do in order to get my house in order. I know a lot of people like to do everything in one day, but I feel like that really kind of just it really overwhelms that person, because when you got a cluttered house or you got like a very, I wouldn't say like dirty house, but when you have like stuff to clean up all over the house, you look at it as a whole and you're like, holy shit, like, how am I going to do this? Right. And then you get overwhelmed. You're like, this is not, this is impossible. So for me, instead of overwhelming myself, especially when I'm already in a low state of mind, I separate it just to kind of ease my mind. Like, hey, I don't have to do everything all at once. I don't have to rush to do everything. I can break it up into sections and do it at my pace that I'm comfortable with, that I know will help me not only for the house, but it's going to help me mentally because I'm not putting all that pressure into, hey, I need to fucking get my house clean in one day. Like, no, sometimes it's impossible to do that. Sometimes you just want to relax. You want to have time to yourself. And then with me working, my schedule's kind of all over the place. So I don't want to spend my entire day off cleaning. I don't want to spend my time whenever I do get home from a long shift of work to be nothing but cleaning and then shower, bed, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to have my whole day taken up by just cleaning. So instead, I break it up into sections where an hour is given to each thing that I have to do. And eventually, my house is where it needs to be. Now, if you're one of those, which I don't see how, but you clean a specific area, right? But then a week, it's exactly how you left it. Don't know what you're doing, but maybe you need to kind of maybe do two things in one day instead of just one. Because for me, like if I have my kitchen clean, it stays clean for a while. If I get my bedroom clean, it stays clean for a while. Same with my kitchen, same with my living room, same with my um, bathroom, same with my yard. Like if I clean it, it stays that way for a while. I don't have to do it for a while. I don't have to worry about it for a while. And I don't know. I feel like sometimes just life in general just kind of just gives you those challenges in life. A lot of like I this is the biggest thing. This is the biggest thing that I'm gonna say. And I hope that you guys kind of utilize this in your guys' lives. But I would say never get too comfortable in life. Like never get too comfortable in life to where you're you're not really progressing anymore. And here's what I mean by that. So for me, this is a personal thing. For me, I was doing great. I was financially stable. I had money in my pocket. Didn't have to worry about bills. Didn't have to worry about if I was going to eat, if my dog was going to eat, how my house was going to get paid for, my bills, this and that, right? And finally just being able to afford the stuff that I wanted, right? Not just things that I needed, but wanted. And all of a sudden, it came at like a perfect timing. Bad timing on my part, but just perfect timing overall. Just with my bills being doubled at the same time. I have a garnishment taken out of my checks now. So I'm getting money taken out of my checks. That is not taxes. So I'm still paying taxes, but I'm also getting more taken out. Um, just problems with my house. Um, right now, I no longer have the finances to put food on my table or really do things that I want to do anymore. And it's because, like everything came at like this perfect collision that I'm like, all right, I was too comfortable, thought nothing was going to happen, thought everything was great. And then bam, like a challenge in my life occurred and just ate up everything that I had like put aside for. You know what I'm saying? And not even just financially. It's it can go other ways too. Where you get too comfortable in life, and a little challenge hits you in life. Like, let's say you have a car, right? Everything's going great with the car, but then all of a sudden you get a flat tire, and you're on the way to work, and now you're late because you got a flat tire, and you don't have a spare tire. So now you either have to call someone that maybe could give you a lift, or maybe you have to call a tow truck. Like it's simple things like that. Life can sometimes be great to the point where you're not worrying, but then in a sudden instant, it can change. And that's why I feel like never get too comfortable in life. When you get too comfortable, that's when challenges occur that you're not going to be ready for. I feel like in my life, I feel like I get too comfortable where I'm like, life is great, life is fantastic, things are going up. And then that little challenge comes along, and I'm like, fuck, I was not ready. This fucking sucks. And it's happened before, and it constantly happens where I get too comfortable. And now I got to like kind of just train myself to like not get too comfortable in life, and just always be prepared. Even when things at the moment are going fine, that things are looking up, I never want to settle for that. I always want to make sure that I'm on guard. So when challenges do occur, I'm able to handle them and constantly better the situation for not only like my well-being, my finances, my just overall just life, my overall just health, my overall well-being. And that's what I mean by never never be too comfortable. That's what I mean about never being too comfortable in life. Always be on guard, always want to do better, always want to be challenged, because life is going to challenge you when you least expect it. And when you face those challenges head on, instead of trying to avoid them, or instead of trying to take the easy way, and you face those challenges head on, and you actually have to, use your time and energy to fix and deal with those challenges, I feel like that's where you come out on top the most. Because when you take the easy way out, or you take these challenges and you try to avoid them, they become even bigger obstacles down the road, and you definitely don't want that to happen. Um, so you definitely want to just face these challenges head on. In the moment, yes, it is very stressful. You might be really sad about it, really just angry at the moment, but let it out. It's part of being human. We all have those reactions, right? Anything that is negative in life that we don't necessarily expect, it is going to have a negative reaction for us. That's just how we're built. That's how we're programmed. But after you let out your emotions, let out your frustrations with whatever is going on, as long as you can actually stop and think, okay, how can I deal with this? What's my next step? How do I approach this? Where do I start? As long as you can do that and figure out, okay, how am I going to tackle this challenge? You'll be fine. You'll be okay. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy to do, all right? Because it is. Challenges are meant to be challenging, they're meant to be difficult at times. But that's why you need to just reassess, ask for guidance, ask for help. Like for me, when this whole garnishment thing for my check started happening, I'm like, why? This doesn't make any sense. What is this? I had to make calls. I had to call to find out things. I had to call to get answers, because I wasn't I wasn't just going to be like, okay, well, this sucks, and just dwell on that. I wanted to find out what were the reasonings for this? What happened? What is it coming out towards? Like, what is it from? Why did this happen? And I just wanted those answers. I wanted to see why it happened, how much I was going to get taken out of my checks. I wanted I wanted to know. I wanted to take those first steps into facing this challenge. So in that instant, it was very frustrating. I was like, this is stupid. Like I I was, doing good, starting to get my money back up, and then I get hit with this, and now they're taking away more money from me. And I was like, damn, like really just stressed. And when you just take a step back and start just asking these questions and focusing on how you're going to make these challenges into life lessons, that's when you're winning in life. When you can take a life challenge and not dwell in it, but make it into a life lesson where you learn from it and you grow from it, you are winning in life. Whether you see it or not, you're winning because you're doing yourself a favor by not only taking care of this problem, but not adding any more stress and pressure to that situation. And that's something I haven't been overall good with in the past. I have really blown things out of proportion when it comes to negative things in my life happening, and it just makes it even worse. But now I'm slowly realizing that if I just take these challenges that are really not so big and I just say, "Hey, you know what? Let's let's put my time and energy into this. Let's fix this problem." I'm all right with that. I'm good. I'm not going to add any more stress. I'm not going to add any more pressure to the situation. I'm going to deal with it head on. Then, if I can't do it by myself, I'll ask others, hey, if you were in this situation, what would you do? What advice would you give? How did you handle this situation? If I knew that person handled it in the past before, how did you handle the situation? What did you do? I'm at that point of life where I'm still trying to figure out like myself, and by doing so, I ask others for their advice on things, and I'm starting not to be afraid of asking for guidance and help. If I have questions about things, I'm starting to just ask those questions, even though they might be dumb questions. But sometimes dumb questions need answers too, right? So never be afraid to ask for help. Never be afraid to ask those questions, even if you feel like they are dumb questions. Because if you don't ask those questions, you're never going to get answers to, and you're always going to be wondering how to get through something that might be just simple to do. So there's the life lessons for the day. I think that's pretty much all I'm going to really talk about. That's how I'm going to end it. I'm going to leave it on that note. Just don't ever get too comfortable in life. Always be on guard. Always want to do better than what you're currently sitting at. Always push for more. Never settle for anything less than what you currently are right now. Always want to do better. Just never settle on life. You know what I'm saying? Like always want to strive for more. Always want to strive for better. Um, and I feel like that's going to that's going to be it, guys. That's your life lesson right there. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, you know what to do. I just hope you guys really take what I said today and really kind of utilize it for your guys' own good. Because I never want to see anyone going through a hard time. Just like I know someone never wants to see me going through a hard time. And I know other people might have it worse than I do. And that's something that I take in consideration too is, yeah, these are minor challenges that I'm having in my life. And yeah, there's someone out there that is going through even much more challenges or much more of a hard time than I am. So why am I going to throw out a fit at this little challenge when someone else might be going through 10 times as worse? And yeah, so that's all I'm going to say. I hope you guys enjoy it again. You guys know what to do. And until next time, we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Nope, not yet. I fooled you guys, didn't I? I fooled you guys. Hey, just want to say, before we get out of here, Smacking Sunflower Seeds has a new flavor. They got 2 new flavors that they just introduced, all right? Limited time flavors. We got Buffalo and we have, it's a Buffalo Ranch and Basic Ranch, all right? So we got a ranch flavor and a Buffalo Ranch. All right, go ahead, see that link in the description. Order your guys themselves some Smacking Seeds. I'm telling you, they're delicious. Jumbo seeds, I'm telling you, they're fucking amazing. I ate all mine. I have to get more. They're definitely really, really good. I'm telling you, when you're at baseball games, I know baseball season's coming to an end here. We're going to start playoff season for that. You know, you go into those baseball games, you're going to want something to snack on, right? You're going to football games, football season, you know what I'm saying? You go to NFL games, college games, high school games. Hey, man, you want a snack? Smacking Seeds got your back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go check it out. Link in the description. All right, now we can cut off this episode. Hope you guys had a good one. And, man, I got to do this intro right. I was going to leave you guys hanging. Anyways, have a good day, night, work night, weekend. What else? Shower, that's still fucking weird. Bath, that's still weird. Taking a shit, that's fucking extra weird. Chores, whatever the case might be, you know, driving to work, driving back from work, going on vacation, coming back from vacation, that's gonna fucking suck. Anyways, yeah. Whatever you might be doing at this instant while you're listening to this, I hope you guys have a good one. And until next time, we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.